Hello everyone, we are back once more for Raiders of the Serpent Sea. We're on episode 8 already. How time flies as we've been moving through. Been off for a couple of weeks, but we are back and hopefully we will all be okay with this. So I will start the monologue and then we will crack on. The teardropped island of Felagar was renowned for its natural beauty in the region, with green meadows and the almost pure marble foundation upon which the elegant hometown of the Orn was constructed. Owing to its location on the Serpent Sea, it was a valuable port and trading town, with goods flowing to and from numerous clans and even to the Bendor. The long winter had reduced the island's visitors, but it was still an active port. At the island's high point, the Orn built a fortress to stand guard over the town below. The northern shore rises into an impressive promontory, still visible through the persistent haze and smoke from the smouldering volcano that has now destroyed Felagar. The city is now buried, except for small pieces poking through layers of hardened lava. Previously on Raiders of the Serpent Sea, last time the party made their way to the island of Felagar by ship after more attacks from the War clan. Arriving after a volcanic eruption, they found oddly Lutan clan members on the shores, and when they tried to question them they were attacked. Once these were dealt with, the party freed an elven woman who had been hung upside down from a statue nearby. She thanked them with information, telling the party about the constant banging and digging that had been going on. Inside one of the tents, they now find a tunnel leading down into the rock and maybe some parts of the city below. And yes, this is exactly where we arrived to at the end of the session last time, guys. We were... Yes, you just revealed the tunnel leading down into the hardened lava that was going on. You had freed the woman, I believe her name was Halfred, and she is with you guys at the moment. She obviously told you bits and bobs about what was going on below. She has also given you a very rough map of some of the layout around here. Now you're going to have to do a best guess of judging what some of that means and where it all fits in, because obviously it's all going to be tunnels and bits covered in lava from what you understand. And I believe the way I'm going to play this is that you guys, some of you have been able to look around in the tents, etc., before heading down into this tunnel. So in that sort of idea, I'm going to say that you guys have found 2 small rubies worth 25 gold pieces each. And I want someone to do me an investigation check roll, please, just to see if you got something a little more than that. Who do you think would be running around doing most of that kind of thing?
Zeus is probably the best at investigation, I would assume.
Yeah, I mean, if she's being observant and you think she would be one of the ones running around possibly doing that sort of thing, absolutely, you can make the roll.
Yeah, if Harolf had mentioned her wanting to do this, then she would, so.
Yeah, he would certainly want people scanning the area for as much as you can find. I mean, one of the key things you're looking for on the island, it's not like you're expecting it to be in amongst the scavenger stuff, is obviously a banner of the Volve or another clan that makes sense for actually being able to have a banner for the ship. So there is things you're looking for in that case. But yes, you can definitely make that roll and see how it goes.
Come on.
Yeah, no.
I knew it too. I felt it in my bones.
Yeah, no. Starting off light. So yeah, the only thing you do find is there are a bunch of bedrolls and a few sort of personal supplies around, and in amongst things you find about 15 silver pieces and 5 gold pieces in amongst all of this searching that's going on at the time on that front.
Okay, I give those directly to Harolf.
No problem. Yeah, he will put it into the coin. That's no problem on that front. You guys are obviously aware that there are now 2 ships, including your own, that is out here at the moment. You know that Halfred, the woman that you guys had freed, was trying to steal one, and for her efforts, they had the Lutan clan had strung her up. You're also very aware as well from Baldur and a few others that something very wrong was going on with some of these bodies, or these people, if that, or shall we say, from the Lutan clan. You haven't gotten to the bottom of that yet, but you know there were certain things to some of you were said, and that's definitely all true. But
Baldur is still like sitting somewhere traumatized after killing his former clanmates last week. So yeah, he isn't saying much.
Fair enough. Yeah, he's been very very quiet since that incident. That is definitely true.
Also, we lost Jamie, I think.
Yeah, man down.
Man down on that front. Well, hopefully, Jamie's dealing with internet issues tonight, so we'll see if he can get back in on that one. I don't know if people can watch out for, see if there is a message that comes through from him. But we shall see how he gets on. He may have to try from his phone. We'll see how it goes on that front. But we knew his connection would be problematic tonight, so we'll see how he gets on.
So you said we searched all of these tents, right? Can we just open up all these doors then?
Absolutely, you can. Yeah, we can definitely do a bit of that, just so you get a sense of what's going on in some of the rooms. There's some rations around and things like that you've certainly spotted, but no overly interesting pieces would be the main thing on that front. Obviously, Halfred is this woman that you've saved is obviously not in the best of health from what's going on, from what's gone on where they literally nailed her to this statue and things like that. So that's not been great. However, she is very, very grateful. And so with me creating a sort of map for you guys, I'm assuming you're thinking of going down into what's left down there? She's looking at you all quizzically.
We are in search of a banner of the Volve. We are on business of the utmost importance for them, but we lost our ship, and the one we have now is bannerless. Do you know where we can find one?
I wouldn't know exactly where one would be, but it probably in one of the main halls would be where I would suggest. I mean, they'd be kept special. The Orn do have some political power down there. And she does point to something on the map that she says is sort of like the main halls of for the Orn that are down there, if that makes sense. The Orn being the clan that sort of runs this city, or did, until it was taken out. I'd be very grateful if you do find anyone down there and help them in the way you have with me. I'm very thankful for that, and I don't know if I could ask another smaller favor if possible.
Depends.
There's my shop and my tools are down there. I'm sort of, they're sort of some fairly, they're family heirlooms. I mean, if you do find my shop, if it's still in one piece, it would be, I would be very grateful if you would be able to find my tools. I just don't want them to be destroyed. They're important to my family.
We can definitely try that for you.
That's all I ask. I don't. Yeah, like I said, if you do find my shop down there, and she sort of points in a general area again down there, which I'll point out when on the map as you go on that front.
Do we notice? Yeah,
go ahead. No, go ahead.
No, I think you're asking the same question.
I was gonna. Ziza was just gonna ask, "What is your trade?"
I work in woodsmithing. I do work a little bit with ships, but mainly like the figureheads and things like that. I'm pretty good at that. Not a warrior so much, but I'm good at carving.
But you could also repair, if needed.
I've been known to be able to do repairs. Yes, yeah.
I give Herolf a nod.
Yeah, he's already thinking this woman might be handy on that front. And then Herolf is already starting to look out at the other ships that are docked here, and he says, Lutan clan tend to make their ships pretty good. I'm wondering if we take one of these instead.
If that is what you wish, we would have to move the crew from one to the other along with the supplies. We could start that now if you want to return to the ship and let them know.
Would you be willing to take the rest of them down and see what you can find for a bit if I get the people up here in an order and we see if we can not pick the best of the ships and maybe at least semi-scuttle the others for now?
If that is what you wish.
It might work that way. I'm intrigued to see what else I can find on the ships as well, but if you need me, I'll holler down.
I'm
Is
so
Sadiq
emotionally
with us
attached
or
to
no?
the raving shit.
Yeah, or, let him know. Does Hoda really care?
Hoda doesn't, but Jess really wants to stay on the raving ship.
Ah.
What about Raudor's masterpiece?
Yeah,
No,
Randall,
right?
defend it.
Oh, these are the party choices, aren't they?
Rauda thinks we should take both. Like, we need a fleet, not just one.
That's true. If we can get
that
some
is
more
true.
people down,
That is true. We would be too light as the group we currently are to be to running more than one ship. But if there are more survivors and we, and Rolf does not seem taken aback by that possibility, if that makes sense. So yeah, if there are more survivors or people that might be of use for that possibility, they're going to want out just as much as anyone else. And well, I guess it's going to all be down to what you find. We'll start the process anyway of working out which ones are the better ones and get situated.
I can't remember. Is Sadi with us or is she back on the ship?
I think you guys, at least, I think you were of the opinion that you wouldn't leave her behind, or I can't recall.
she can stay with her Rolf, I think, if he doesn't want to come down.
She does have that healing ability,
I know,
though.
but do we want to take a child into what could be a mass slaughter?
Yeah,
Maybe she is a child that can heal.
Yeah, these are the party choices. I mean, she is there. You know, she has got a companion action that you are aware of, that she can do that. Yeah, this is Viking territory. They're she can be kept guarded in that respect, or as good as you can. It's up to you guys. Do you put her at risk?
I do have a cure wounds.
I have
So-
multiple healing.
We do have the potential to heal without putting a child in danger, because I know Hoda wouldn't want the child put in danger necessarily. And so even if we didn't have any healing abilities, Hoda would say no to the child being put at risk. But also, last time we left the ship on its own, it got set on fire. So I feel that she's going to be in danger no matter where we put her.
I've got her Rolf. I mean, Rolf is pretty...
True.
Not to metagame, but when I was finding a safe harbor, I did roll a natural 1.
Yes,
But
you remember
they're
your
not
role.
going back to that ship. They're going to these ships. So
Here's hoping that is enough, because holy
Yeah.
crow, that hurt my heart when I rolled that.
Yeah, no, it
also,
does happen.
Do we know that City can do what she does, or had we had to have seen it?
I think.
It hasn't happened yet.
Yeah, I don't think it's happened.
We haven't used it yet.
No,
Okay.
I think thematically it's like it can happen, but you've not. You don't. Yeah, you haven't seen it happen in from your character's perspective, if that makes sense.
Okay. Z says, as long as she didn't get in the way, would not care one way or the other, and would say as much.
Okay. So what about the rest? Yes, I mean Hodo's definitely against it. Zisa doesn't care. What about Frida? Was a bit on the.
Frida has seen war as a child and seen a lot of slaughtering, so she is not
Builds
happy if she
character.
comes. Yeah,
Fair enough.
it
fair
does
enough.
not build character; it scars the character.
Okay, so yeah, it's sounding more and more like that's a couple of votes that way. So I'm gonna say it's probably that she steps off with Herolf, and they will be looking after and figuring out the ships with the crew you've got, and in hopes that you may find more below, and kind of go from there on that front.
Whilst everyone's been doing their thing and talking, I have been taking bones that have intrigued me from this skeleton I am next to put into my collection of bones.
Okay. Interestingly, Hodor, as you're actually doing that, and you start to maybe pull at the clothing a little bit and move things back, oddly, next to that body there are odd signs of wood or metal scarring into the body of the skeleton.
As in like a prosthetic?
As in like something that shouldn't be there. Like you almost thought it was a tattoo for a moment of some wrapped wood around the arms. But it is actually, there are remnants of iron wood sort of wrapped around and digging into what's left of the bones and bits there.
Okay, well, I'd definitely take at least an arm bone that has these weird things in them to add to my collection.
Okay.
And yeah, I'd also take 2 ribs randomly, but I would. What kind of check do you think this would be?
What are you looking for? To find specific bones, or
why? Well, no. Why are these things in? the bone?
Okay. Yeah. You can make a medicine check if you want to sort of work out what was going on that way, or you can do an Arcana if you feel that you want to try on a more magical front. And there is also a history check as well if you want. No, but you can only pick one of the 3. One of those 3 options has more chance than the others of pulling it off. But yeah, you don't know which one it would be.
Because I have bone magic,
Mm-hmm.
I think it would be in Hoda's. Hoda would connect bones and magic, and therefore would do an Arcana. Look at it,
Okay. Yeah. Fair enough.
and not just because
Bone
I'm
in
better
time.
Okay.
magic.
Sorry. Welcome to the bone zone.
Oh no! Oh no!
That's not what that means. That's not what that means.
It's going wrong
know
early.
that.
It's going wrong early on that front.
No!
With a 20, you are pretty sure that whatever's going on with that is definitely magical, and you think you've heard of ironwood before, and that's usually linked with stories of the Ironwood witches, and that's usually not a good sign. Maybe that has something to do with some of what's going on here with them acting strangely. You have to assume that some of this might be going on.
Okay. Well, I would definitely pocket that. I'm assuming it's like a femur or something, so I will pocket that. And probably
How
So-
do you pocket a femur?
when you have a giant cloak with the big
When you
pockets
have bone
sewn
magic,
inside of
okay.
it.
do anything.
Bone magic. You just
You-
folds it in half.
Do you
The
not
bone
think
zone.
Hodor went on this journey thinking I am going to collect as
Is that
many
what
bones as
Hodor
possible?
calls his bag? The bone zone?
Yes.
Uh,
Hodor would have would never link the two. Hodor would never link the two.
My
He is
God,
too,
yeah.
too innocent of boy.
Yeah,
But,
bags of holding with those names are a whole different world.
See Hodor collecting bones? Like, are you doing this in secret, or do we just?
Well, No,
I
because I
mean-
think you've seen me rip teeth out of the dead
Yeah.
before.
Okay, fair. That's fair.
It's just that like this guy's been dead for a while, so I have access at like ribs and stuff, which I don't normally get access to. So teeth are just the easiest bones to take.
Fair enough.
Since
fair
Zisa
enough.
sees you doing this, she's gonna just like walk up to you and say, "Hodor, a word."
Yeah, sure. There's something here I'd probably talk to you about. I don't think it'd be the most useful, but yeah, sure.
Okay. On our first voyage, where we found City, I actually found something that I thought I could make use of that I actually believe you could utilize better. And I pull out the runic bone fingers that I found. I know that this could be used as focus or as a component to spells. Augury comes to mind, but I don't intend on learning that. I do not know if you are familiar or if you could utilize these more, but they should go to you, judging by what you do. I just kind of hold them out to you.
Know how well Zisa picks up on this generally with people, but this is probably the happiest you've ever seen Hodor in his life. As long as you've known him, he is excited. He's been given a wonderful gift in his mind, and he will thank you wholeheartedly and take it very delicately and with great care from your hands.
There's no need to thank me. As I said, I believe you could utilize them better, and as you have abilities that pertain to bones that will make you more capable, and thus help us complete our mission.
Well, regardless, it is a magnificent thing.
And he's peering at it excitedly.
They are ably made, yes. So, on my sheet, I had runic bone fingers, which can be used to cast augury, because I know the material components are not bones, but what's another word for bones? Help me out. The stuff that tusks are made of. Ivory.
Ivory. Ah, yeah.
Yeah, so I think they can double as that. So I don't know if druids get augury, but you now have something for your collection.
Nice.
There you go.
Nice. We've added
I
to
will
the
erase it off
creepy
my sheet and
druids
add
collection.
Yeah.
Excellent, excellent. Meanwhile, yeah, anything else going on with anyone else? Baldur, how's he doing? Yes, this is all going on as well.
Sitting to the side, traumatized, being uncharacteristically quiet.
Fair enough, fair enough. Anyone else before we move on?
Hodor would, now that he's kind of got Zisa here, would show her the femur and say,
It seems to have ironwood embedded in it, and I only know the ironwood witches, which might explain some of the stuff that's been happening here.
Can I roll, I guess? I don't know if I'll get better than a 20.
Yeah, you can absolutely roll on that one. That's not a problem.
believe and achieve.
Close.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean you've definitely heard of the Ironwood Witches and the Witch King and all of that jazz that goes with it. The fact that there's any sort of semblance of something going on with those sort of witches, etc., is a bad sign. You would definitely take it as an ill omen. And for some reason, Zisa, there's like a cold nagging when she sort of shows you that, and you're shown that sort of ironwood for some reason.
Okay. Does this look like a skeleton that was up and running around recently, or does this look like bones that have basically decayed and have exposed this ironwood?
You think that it's sort of they would have been prominent on the skin? I mean, it's had time to decompose a bit, but not vast amounts, if that makes sense. On that one, but yeah, it's not that old because obviously it's on the surface here, but obviously because it's been hot lava, there's been a lot of
Gotcha.
yeah, a lot going on, shall we say, on drying these things out.
Okay. It is possible that they could be involved. To think that they have the ability to cloud minds is not unheard of. we shall have to keep a wary eye.
Yeah, there have been stories of all manner of things attributed. There's folklore of them doing everything and everything in between, even to the point of I think some of you even heard stories of them where people go missing and return a couple of years later with no memory of what's happened, and it's always like must be the witches. There's all manner of stories like that have littered through the history. Meanwhile, Frida, you've been probably examining the tunnel leading down, or what has she been up to?
She's just been sort of staring down at the hole. Can she see the bottom? Is there like a flame, torch flames at the bottom that she can sort of see?
You can definitely see there is a little bit of flickering light down there. It's not directly below, but it is certainly down there somewhere. You can tell that the bottom of the rope is about 20 feet down. Basically what there is there's a large iron bar that's been sort of set across this hole, if that makes sense, and then there's a rope tied leading down, if that makes sense. This is the way they've jerry-rigged in and out of whatever they've been digging, and they must have dug through to something, because obviously they're not just at the bottom of the hole digging, so there is obviously something leading off to one side from what you can see.
Okay, she'll just step to the door and say, okay, now that you are done playing with your bones, there is a volcano erupting in the background. I think we should speed this up a little bit.
Agreed. Sorry, I just got a little bit distracted.
Yes, with your bones.
just a boy and his bone.
Fair enough. So yeah, you guys do make your way back into the tent. You can see the large fashioned sort of tunnel leading down. Who's going to make the go ahead of the rest, I guess, is the first question.
We'll wait for everyone. Hodor, I think you should go get your brother. I think killing the clansman might have taken a bit more of a toll on him than it did with you.
Hodor mumbles something to himself, and it will be very quiet, so unless people are deliberately trying to hear him, they won't hear what he says.
Oh, who's the busybody?
Yes.
Yeah. Ziza, you would probably hear Hoda saying,
Sort of like it's new to him.
and we'll walk away.
Oh, interesting.
Right, I'm gonna come up to Boulder and I go,
Wait, come on, we gotta go.
Right. Do you think it's really best to go down there?
Yes.
It's truly dangerous, and after what we've done already today, I'm not sure if it's wise.
If you don't go down there now, our clansman's death will have been for nothing. Now, if we come here and we complete what we've done, at least we'll gain something out of this experience. We're part of a group now. You can't be this selfish and cowardly all the time.
and we'll walk away.
Oof. Okay.
And, like, under my breath, I will say, look who's talking about being selfish.
Is Rowder with us as well, I'm assuming?
Of course.
Okay, well, Frida will head down then.
Okay, no problem. So yeah, we will slowly but surely move into the next sort of section here. But Frida, yeah, you slowly pitch down. Others can follow after. There is a sort of stable area below. It's easy enough to make your way down. There is I will say, significant heat emanating from the walls. It's not enough to be painful per se, but it's certainly, it's cooling volcanic rock as you go. But as you do hit the floor below, you do feel wood and texture beneath your feet. A lot of rubble would definitely also be true, but it seems to descend straight through the crust of lava, and it makes its way down. You can see below a torch flickers as you see a makeshift holder carved into the lava itself, and a half dozen torches have been piled up in different places around as you make your way down. You realise as you get to the bottom that you're in the interior of a building that still stands, more or less intact, despite the lava pressing around it. In several places, however, the walls are bent and burst, fingers of heated rock pooling to form new partial walls, mounds of crumbling volcanic rock cover most of the floorboards here. Someone has carved a passage north of the walls of this sort of whatever lodge this was, and there seems to be more tunnels leading in other areas. And I'll bring you guys through to the map. Hopefully it should come through for you in a moment. 1 second.
Life, it was quite impressive how you managed to get your wolf down the chasm.
that is very true. There is definitely a bit of cleverness going on. I'm assuming maybe you tie. I wonder if you tie the time off and drop slowly descends him down.
I reckon that the wolf is probably better than most.
Yeah,
you just got a stick. You go on, and throw it in. He goes, and he jumps in after it. Like you do
bounding down the walls better than most.
Still manages to land on all fours.
Zisa is going to come down last, and anybody paying attention will see that she has stepped over the side of the hole, and she's literally crawling the ring style down the side of the wall without using the rope.
Nope, I hate it.
I'm going to be honest here. I probably should roll some sort of athletics for getting down this hole, because this is not Hoda's area of expertise.
It is in true on that front. I mean, you can definitely make an I wasn't going to make you all do it on that one, but you can give me an athletics strength athletic check if you so wish. Yes.
Do I wish? No. Do I think it makes sense? Yes.
Oh, is it? Which one is it?
It is a 2. Okay, on that one. Fair enough. There is literally a mishap table here for this literal circumstance.
Fantastic!
On that one.
Rolled.
Well, Rowder, I'm not counting that because I only asked for Hoda, so you're okay in this one. But in this case, then Hoda, I need you to roll just a straight D20 for me, and we'll see what befalls Hodor on his way down.
I can break a bone.
How poetic would that be?
That'd be great.
Right, okay. A D on a 12. The ground gives way and the character falls, taking 2d6 damage on the way down, unless you make a DC 14 dexterity to save yourself on the way down.
I'll definitely try.
Yeah, you can definitely try. Let's see if you can make the saving throw and on that one, or it's 2d6. Oh, okay. So, incoming on that front, and you'll be taking 7 points of damage as you fall badly, giving way on the rope as this was all going on, and landing badly on the ground below.
Oh, just here, big wolf. Fair
enough. But yes, you guys, for all of you, barring you see him fallen on the ground, the rest of you have made it down pretty reasonably as this is going on. But you can see that someone has carved their way out of this space in different ways, and you've got to make some choices, I believe. Apologies, there is one door missing. This is I'm gonna add that in. 1 second, because it should be there. So there is some sort of a makeshift door that appears to be appears to be over on one side. There is also a sort of a breakout space off to more towards the sort of southwest, lower down on the these bottom ends of this actual section. But yeah, it seems like someone has gone through the cooled volcanic rock and sort of dug their way out.
I think someone should put on a torch because I cannot see anything down here.
Oh, do I have?
Anyone got some magic, or is it going to be just a torchlight? Who's doing what?
I can make a little Can I make a little light with spiritcraft? I can just make things set alight small.
Oh, yeah, that's a different thing. But I mean, I think most of you have torches on. So who's lighting up is going to be the question.
I'll put a torch out.
Oh, okay, no problem.
As Frida lands, she would grasp her holy symbol and divine sense to see if she can feel any of that evil that came out of the guy that she killed.
Fair enough. At this moment, I don't believe you can sense anything on that one. But
feet.
How long does it last for? It's just a momentary thing, isn't it? With divine
It's just
sense?
an action, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. No. Fair enough. In this moment, no, you don't get any sense of anything like that. I'm going to say that the ground feels fine. There is kind of a semi-noxious smell coming from past this broken area off to this side, Frida. I'll give you that much from your divine sense.
James.
Mm-hmm.
I think I have a light on, but like I cannot like see further. Like I see like an arc like going from here to here.
Okay, yeah, it might be your vision. Let's just make sure on that one.
Well, I think doesn't a torch only give you like 20 feet of vision?
Yeah, but standing from where I am, like I should be able to see into the darkness, but I don't see anything past like here.
Okay, let's give you a bit of that and see if that helps you out. Hopefully that will help your token.
Yeah, that helps.
Okay. So you got a bit of light going on, and as discussed, these things going on. Door and a dug space is probably the best way of putting it at the moment. But what are you guys up to?
What direction did Halfred say that we could potentially find the Volve banner? Because that would be our priority.
Absolutely. The main things that she described the halls being pretty far south. Pretty far north of where you currently are, if that makes sense. There are other rooms in between that she has pointed out for you. But yeah, in as far as you know, north is the answer to that question from what she's sort of said. Whether or not there's a way through is a different thing. Obviously, you're not aware of. But yeah, she's giving you sort of rough ideas of north at the moment, and yeah, obviously I'll fill you in as you need on certain rooms. So certainly seems like there will be some sort of would have been some sort of outside area off to your sort of west that would have been between some of the buildings, etc. Was what she sort of said before, and that leads off to other buildings further off to the west.
So I think Ziza takes a second to orient herself and then says, Halfred said that we could find a banner in this direction, and points like at a wall. Says we can get outside going that way and potentially circle around. And she will just start.
Okay, no problem. Yeah. So basically, as you start to walk around there on that side of things, the tunnel breaks into a sort of a larger cavern with a half burnt out torch that seems to have been set into some dusty marble paving stones beneath your feet. There are passages sort of leading towards the north and more off towards the west. There is ash covering most of the tiles here. You know this from what she described of this area as this would have been some sort of market district on that front, but it's obviously badly damaged, and getting the orientation with the buildings is still tough at this point.
I can't see anything.
Yeah, Boulder is not working as a light source for me at all. I don't know where anyone is.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
if you hold put for 2 seconds, everybody, I will add to your vision and so make it a little easier on that
You
front.
can see the green path to the north.
Yeah, that would probably be that there's some light going on. I'm going to just gonna see if I can add it that you all have a bit of torchlight to help that things along for now, if that makes sense. So.
For what it's worth, my dark vision seems to be working fine.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I think it's the poor ones without dark vision that are struggling. I think so.
I have
yeah.
dark vision.
Oh, okay, but yeah, you should be able to see.
it's not
You should be able to see in grey.
Oh,
Yeah, on that
I can
front.
see.
Your vision is set to basic. That's why we'll change that to dark vision. So you have a bit of that, Frida, on your one.
Frida's basic. You heard it here.
No, I'm not.
Honestly, I'm not. I'm not. Right, sorry. Add a bit of light to you. Let's see how we do. 10 and 10, and see how that does. That give you a little bit of light there.
I can see 10 foot.
No problem. Rowder, you okay? I'm assuming you're.
I am all good.
Okay, cool. So that's okay. So yeah, as you start to make your way out, Balder, you get ahead of some of the others a little bit. You can see very bright light coming from spaces further off to the sort of northwest, and there is also another tunnel to the bit more to the direct west that's going on. So less light is probably the best way of putting what you can see at the moment. There is also, it looks like there is some sort of space to the north where it does sort of seem to open up into something going on a bit further in that direction as well.
Where's the shop to us? If I'm looking at the map, which way would the shop be?
Her shop would be 1 second. I believe that would still be to the north of you at the moment from what she's described. So yeah, mostly to the north and still a bit of a distance off.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, from what you can see, 3 possible avenues: 1 with light, 2 without.
Well, I say let's go to the one with the light. I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Lost Jamie.
Yeah, no, fair enough. Well, I think we're going to be dealing with that all session, but as he can join, we'll see how he gets on. But yeah, you guys start heading a little bit towards the north then, and you can see the tunnel starts to widen a bit into a sort of a natural cavern of volcanic rock. It's arching up like a larger courtyard is above you as this is going on. It seems to be covered in debris now, but once upon a time it would have been quite a sight. There's definitely a sort of a large eagle would be the best way of describing it, perched over a beautiful sort of fountain. However, now is basically spewing lava, if that makes sense. There is like what would have been water in that fountain is now literally lava based as this is going on, and it seems like a thin stream of lava is flowing out of the mouth of the eagle as this is going on. So it's like what would have been a water fountain is now oddly a lava fountain as this is going on.
Well, if that isn't telling us what's going on, I think we should hurry up as fast as possible. I'd rather not die in lava. Dying in battle is what I want.
Fair enough. As you're starting to
so
move
bad.
around it, you suddenly see the lava is bubbling and sort of shifting within the pool as this is all going on. And I need whoever would be sort of paying the most attention can give me a perception check as this is all going on.
Who's got the highest passive? Is that you?
Yeah, who's got the highest passive? Yeah, and then they can give me a check.
I'm sorry, I rolled twice.
That's okay. Rowdo, you're going to spot in the moment. There is some sort of a creature in the in the lava itself as this is going on, and just as you're pointing it out to the others, we will be rolling some initiative as this is all going to be kicking off as things are starting to make their way out of the lava.
I'm so glad I moved away.
Okay.
I was 100% sure, like, in the hallway, like ahead of us, something's going to attack Hodor.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was my fear. When I saw game pause suddenly appear on the screen, I was like, shit. I'm dead, son.
Okay, so we're going to be we're going to be rolling in a few of these guys, and we're going to see how this is all going to go. And we're going to change the music up for something a little bit more combating, I think, is on that front. Who have we got? One more here, and obviously for Jamie as well. Right, okie dokie. I will open up Jamie's sheet. I think is probably the best way of dealing with it, as we're going to all have to work out what's going to be going on. So I'm going to just make all of you able to see his sheet for now to help with all of that, and we can work it out as we go. But as this Raudor points out what's going on, and these creatures begin to appear out of the lava as this is all going on. Bear with me, one more to go. I believe as this is all beginning, Baldur, with other thoughts sort of shaking in your head of moments before, you are who you are. You react first to what's actually going on in the moments as this is all about to kick off.
I thought I was further down the initiative, so I quickly went to get a drink, and then I heard you calling my name. So
well, sod's law, but no, you rolled the highest. I suppose monks, it kind of makes sense.
Okay, so what do these things look like?
They look like fire, lava, something that's literally crawling its way, almost like it's made of lava, would be the best way of putting it.
All four of them, or
there is one larger creature, and then the other ones look like smaller versions of the same thing almost. It's very strange, but they look very elemental. Would be your best way of putting it.
Oh, shit, guys! There are things crawling out of the lava.
Yeah, I just pointed that out.
Yeah, like I see it too. It's crazy. I will take the dodge action.
No problem. Baldur takes the dodge action. Zisa, you are up next.
Zisa was walking directly past this fountain, the beauty of it completely lost on her because she's in mission mode. And then these things started coming out, and Raudor gave a heads up, and she just turns 90 degrees, looks at them, and holds up her crystal and squeezes the crystal. And you hear a crack from the crystal, and then you hear it reverberate right on top of these guys because she is going to cast Shatter.
Oof, okay. On a large vat of lava. Oof. Okie dokie. Yeah, go for it.
Okay, so if I put it here, it only hits them. And it doesn't hit any of the walls.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I want to make sure that was okay. So we'll put it there.
Okay. Constitution saving throws in their future. Right. Let's see how they're going to do on that one. Right. Con save incoming. Let's see how the first one does. The big guy will roll a 9, so we'll be failing that check. Woof. Okay. And we'll be taking that. And then the little ones, they will...
You rolled nasty damage.
That was awesome. It's an awesome move as that's going on. And then the little ones. Sorry, that's.
No, that was me.
I was suddenly. Hang on a minute.
Frida saves and only takes half damage.
And the little ones sheets. Let's get their saves as well. 1, 2, 3. And 2 of them save. 1 will fail as this is going on, and it will take 22, killing that one in the moment. And as it does, you suddenly sort of see as it's sort of shattering into bits. You suddenly like boom, and goes off like an explosion of fire. As it does, it's like it just wafts the hair of Rauder and yourself. The distance around it is just, not quite close enough to get to you guys, if that makes sense, of this fire. But you do instantly turn one of these things, and it literally explodes in the moment as that goes on. But yeah, one of the little ones has gone up in flames and explosion in the moment. But yeah, your shatter sort of shoves it off to one side with it as it explodes, as the other 2 continue along with the larger guy.
Okay, and then Zisa is going to Lord Sashomaru run out of here.
Yep.
And she skids directly in front of Hodor and says, "That's about all I can do. The cantrip that I have is fire-based. I believe I will use this in this fight. This is up to you."
What a pressure.
Yeah, no pressure put on Hodor there. Okay, so that one is done. We are going for the big guy. He will start pulling themselves out of the lava and will make their way over to Rauder in the moments here, and we will see how this is going. It will. It will attack with it's got like a fiery warhammer. It's pretty dope. Let's see how that's going to do with that.
Sure, that doesn't sound painful at all.
It certainly is. Seems like it's pretty good on that front, but it only rolls a 9, so it misses you with the actual attack on that first roll there, as this is all going on. And it will swing slightly wide as this is going on, but it will miss, and we will move on. And it brings us literally to Hodor in this moment.
Okay. First question:
Mm-hmm.
Are the small flame guys
Mm-hmm.
the size of a small bonfire?
No, they're slightly larger than a small bonfire.
I thought I'd check, because otherwise I could just turn them off.
Yeah,
Anyway.
just snuff them out. Yeah, I see where you're going.
Okay. I thought I'd check. Taking Ziza's words to heart, I will move forward enough that I'm in range, and in the middle of the flames here, I will cast a little Dust Devil Boy to deal with them.
Okay. I'm going to wind sweep these guys. Okay, so these 2 are going to need to make a strength saving throw. Let's see how they're going to do on that one. Strength save 1 and a 2. An 11. I'm assuming it's going to be too low, and one of them does pass on that front as this is going on. Right, okay, and it's 7 bludgeoning. Okay, yep, it will take that.
And the one will also be blasted away 10 feet.
10 feet back. Okay, so that one has been moved, done, blown out of the lava.
Also there's a cloud that heavily obscures the area, so I think it's the vision of the one in it. This one is going to be a bit stuffy.
It's going to be a bit scuppered for a bit. Okay. Cool.
No, yeah, that's all I'm going to do for now. I'm within a safe distance, and I have a dust boy. That's all that matters. Okay, sorted.
No problem. Okie dokie. Right. Next on the list, then, I believe, is Rowder. It's now your turn. The big guy directly in front of you. Fieriness going on all round. What's going on?
I shall attack with my great axe. Recklessly. 12.
Okay.
I'm guessing that misses.
A 12 will miss in this case as this is all going on. Yes, so you don't, but you can feel the heat of this thing as it's coming. That's coming off of this thing as this is all going on. You've missed in this case, but yeah, you can feel the heat as this is all going on. But anything else on your turn?
Do I rage?
Yes.
Is it use the resources?
Oh yeah, I suppose.
Choices?
I won't rage.
Okay.
I can block quite a lot of the damage with so
saving the resource for now. Okay. Right. Bringing us to that one, which is already dead. And this one has been shuffled back. But yeah, and it will now move forward and make its way to Rowder on this side. And it's going to attempt to touch you and see how it does.
It will have advantage.
On that one, 14. It needed the thing, but is 14 enough? I'm not sure.
No, AC 15.
No, fair enough. As this little thing makes its way up to you, but it's not hot enough right now to melt anything as that is going on, and it will continue on. And then we have Blythe left. I will take a shot with him. I'm assuming that's probably the best on that front. So I'm gonna go for a.
Let's take a shot.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, can you see your sheet, or am I right to be just taking the shot?
I can't.
No problem. Okay, so I will give you the longbow shot and do it that way for you now. On that one, and I tend to roll reasonably well by the looks of it. It was a 24 for 12. Now, would you be going for the little one, or would you be going for the bigger target? Is the question. There's one smaller one closer to you. There's one, the big guy that's right next to Rowder, and then there's another small one that looks quite injured next to Rowder. So you have 3 possible targets, but which one would you have gone for?
The bigger one, I think.
You go for the big one. Okay, no problem.
Yeah, sort of distance myself a little bit, and also tell them I went to go and attack as well.
Okay. I will add that to the mix. And your wolf is that staying put next to you for now, or?
No, I ordered it to go and attack.
Oh, okay. The fire.
They're like molten lava.
Molten lava elementals, yeah.
Oh right, I didn't catch any.
That's okay. That's all right. That's why I'm trying to fill you in. I'm trying to help you out. Yeah.
Go bite the magma.
Go bite the lava.
I would also, what I do is I would give the help action some. Probably myself if I knew this beforehand, but never mind.
Oh, fair enough. No worries. Okay, we can bear that in mind as that's going forward. Okay, this last of these little lava guys will make his way over to Frida this time, and it will attempt to touch you. Let's see how it's going to do. It crit on that one. So 7 + 7 fire damage, and on earth the 3 other. I can't recall. 1 second. Let's see why it thinks on that one. Oh, okay, yeah, sorry. The other you don't have to worry about right now. That's at the end of your turn. You're basically on fire right now from this thing touching you. So, 14 fire damage at the moment from a crit. But that is done, bringing us to your actual turn, and then on your turn you take the 3 fire damage because you're burning. So you can put yourself out or leave it.
I imagine it's an action to put myself out, right?
Correct.
Well, I'm not going to do that anyway. Is it wise to use my axe on these lava boys?
Interesting.
Why do you find out?
You
I
did
don't-
see me explode one, and what happened when that happened?
You did see, you did see one explode
Oh,
like a hand
I
grenade. Yeah.
forgot about that. I meant like my axe is gonna catch on fire. And the wood. Oh god, this is not gonna go well.
Mhm.
I will use the Skagoct. Can I use that as like a hand axe sort of thing instead of throwing it?
Yeah, you have. I think you have two options with it.
Yeah,
is the honest
both
truth.
of them are hurl. It's
Oh,
bludgeon
yeah.
or slashing. But
Yeah,
I
yeah,
would
but no,
do
it
slashing.
does have a non-throwed option as well in theory. So yes.
I'll use one of them.
Okay, are you going for the little
Um,
guy or the big guy that's on Rounder? I suppose is the question.
I will go for the little one that's on me.
Okay.
I will use my inspiration for when Rowder went down.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Good. Start using your ammunition that you have. Yeah, fair enough.
I'm glad I could assist.
And well worth doing, turning an 8 into a 19 on that front. And I believe hit points wise, it has 9 hit points. So you will be killing it with the
I don't really
actual.
know how to kill lava, but
Well, yeah.
use your imagination.
I would like to use subdual damage on the lava, please.
On that one. So I need Rowder and yourself to make me a dexterity saving throw, please.
Oh, Rowder, you should have raged.
Yeah. Oh no, I have advantage on these anyway.
Oh.
Where are saves in there?
Okay, so yeah, Frida, you will take 6 fire damage from the fail on that one, and then just need Rowder's save, and you will be taking 6 fire damage as well from as the thing explodes in basically in your face with lava. Okay,
What was the DC on that?
the DC was 11, so it wasn't high.
Then Router saves, right? Because it
Yeah.
was a
Oh,
Advantage.
apologies, you have advantage. Sorry, yeah, then you you have saved versus the other one on that
Do
one.
I take half damage?
It's a save or suck in this case. So
amazing.
Nice.
no, you're all good as that's all going on.
I am more than bloodied already, guys. Just letting you guys know.
Okay.
Okay. Sending the little girl off, not looking so good. But all right, okay. So we move back round. Baldor, it's you at the top of the turn order. There are exploding elemental things all around. One small
okay,
one and one
so-
large one left.
So now that I've seen this, I've clearly seen these are monsters, not humanoids, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you definitely think these are of elemental origin.
Okay, I will take out my battle axe, which has seen very little use this campaign so far.
Mm-hmm.
I will run up and smack this guy,
The little one or the big one?
the little one.
Oh, okay, no problem.
You gotta start small, right?
Yeah, fair enough.
Baby steps.
With a 9, I don't think you hit, unfortunately.
Okay, instinctually, I'm going to punch as a bonus action because I can do that.
Of course you can.
Yeah.
Yeah, punch the lava.
A real firefighter just punching.
And an 11, you still, unfortunately, you still miss as all this is going on. Anything else on his turn? Yes.
I'm going to take a step back and have it swing at me.
Oh, okay. Yeah, fair enough. It will definitely try and touch you as you're leaving. I'm assuming a 20 will hit this time.
Yeah, 20 will hit.
Okay, so 7 fire damage, and you're on fire. So on your turns, you would be taking 5 fire damage.
Hey, join the club.
Right. I forgot these things set you on fire. Okay, good to know.
Okie dokie. Bringing us to the next in the list. Zisa, it's round to you.
Zisa is going to rush past Hoder, skid to a stop next to Frida, and then turn, and then run down here. And she takes a little bit of rotted meat out of her sleeve, pops it in her mouth, and then swallows it halfway, and then uses her hand and almost as a claw. Almost looks like she's pulling it back up. And as she does, her mouth starts to gurgle and boil. And she takes another step back because I have 5 more feet to do that. And she goes, and just a spew of caustic grossness comes out of her mouth. And I'm going to cast Tasha's Caustic Brew.
That sounds horrible.
It is. So I'm going to do it there. Hang on, because I'm using the thing. I can turn it. And bleh.
Okie dokie. So we need to do a dexterity save here, and we'll get some acid damage. Okay, so dex save from the big one. Let's see how that one's going to do. I'm assuming a 7 is going to be well down. That's once the first one you hit.
Yep.
And then the second one incoming with a save, and that one will get a 18. So the little one will save as this is going on, but the big one will not, and will be covered in a bit of the acid as this is all going down.
So the big one is covered in acid and remains covered in acid until it uses its action to scrape off the acid, which means every turn it's going to take 2d8 acid damage.
Mm-hmm. Well, as it's sort of a burning thing, I would say, yeah, it will certainly be there for a little bit, but yeah, it will be burning off over time. But it's it's affecting it. I'm going to give it on that run. As that is going on, then, if that you are staying put.
Yes, now, I used all my movement to get there.
Yes, fair enough. It is now officially its turn, and it's going to attempt to hit Rounder again. Let's see how it's going to do.
It will have advantage.
It will have advantage. Okay, incoming this time, and we see if it does any better. Does an 18 hit this time?
It will indeed.
Okay, so 18 for 10 bludgeoning damage and 2 fire damage, Rounder, as that's all going on.
I will intercept.
Wow!
Dang.
Damn. So yeah, it's just sort of like how does this work with her? Do you think she like the shit that just blocking the worst of the blows as it's going on? Awesome. As it's a hell of a combo between the two. As the actual
except I take all the damage. That's the thing. She's meant to take. No, not that. No, not the interception. I mean, I get hit all the time, and then the one that is meant to get hit, the barbarian, is not getting hit.
Well, it's working. It's working this time in this combination, so we're getting there. I believe that is officially its turn there, as this is all going on, bringing us, I believe, to Hoda's actual turn.
So my little dust devil should still be there.
Yes. No, that's probably the me removing the template.
Okay.
A little too soon, but yeah, you move it over the other one, or
this guy will be getting battered a bit. But I would like it to be moved to him.
Sure, absolutely.
As my bonus action.
No problem. And then I believe if you can re-roll the Dust Devil, but without using a spell slot, and that'll give you the damage. But it needs to make a save, doesn't it? DC 13. Going back up, let's have a quick look and see how it's doing. So in this case, we have saves, dex. It's only a +1. Let's see how it's going to do. And in this case, it's going to roll an 11, which I don't think is going to meet your DC of 13. So yes, it will be taking the two damage this time.
And it should be buffered 10 feet away as well. So.
Okay. Yep. Fair enough.
I don't know how that logically works because it's coming from behind and Rowder's kind of in front of it.
Yeah. I'm going to say it buffets it this way because that's the only way that kind of makes sense to me, roughly, if that makes sense.
But then in my actual action, Oda would be coming around the back here. and will give a little cure wounds on Frida there.
Okay, so you're
7,
Nice.
at least keep you up. And then I'm gonna back to the wall next to my brother.
fair enough. Fair enough. Bringing
drive
us,
by.
yes, to the next in the turn. Rowder, around to you.
I will attack this one.
Okay, you're going for the little guy.
recklessly. Oh, I'm sorry, I rolled twice.
That's all right. We'll take the first one. So a
22
22
for 11.
for 11. Absolutely killing it in the moment as this is going on. And I need you both to make me a save. I think on that one. It should be a dexterity save. Sorry, not death.
Death save.
Death save is a little too harsh in the moment.
Oh! No!
17.
Do I have
17. No, you don't. No, it would be only at the moment going to be Frida and Rowder that need to make the dex save. 17, you've passed. That's no problem for you, Rowder. But just Frida, dex save from yourself. Oh, you did.
I
It's
failed
you failed.
again.
So seven fire damage from this
Undo
thing.
all the healing.
Do all my hard work.
Mm.
Yeah.
Let's see how it is.
Frida is on fire.
she is on fire. Literally, you are correct.
This
You are.
is fine. She just stands.
This girl is on fire.
However, there are not many of these things left. Just the larger one at this point, as this is all.
I will then move into the space and just try and direct its attention towards me still.
Okay, yelling at
Not
it in the moment as this is all going on. I'll bear that in mind. Bringing us down to Blythe, you can see Rowder and Frida are in close quarters with this larger sort of fire elemental creature. Would be the best way of putting it. You are off well within an archery shot, and obviously your wolf is with you and can offer aid as you need. Or have we lost Jamie completely?
Oh, we've lost him.
Okay.
Do that.
We
Basically
know roughly. We'll do the longbow shot again, and I'll give it the help action will be in use. He didn't need it though. He got a 23 twice, so for 13 piercing damage as this is going on. So he's doing quite well on catching this elemental creature with a bit more damage. Bringing us down to Frida's turn. First things first,
Okay.
you're on fire, so you take.
How much damage?
It was three fire damage for your turn.
Cool. Judging by her last attack with the Skagouts, was it safe to use the axe? Is it going to catch on fire?
You attacked the littler creature, the smaller ones, and that worked out fine. Apart from they exploded after death.
Okay, well, she'll
this is what you know.
switch.
This is what you know.
Yeah, she'll switch to a bigger axe.
Okay.
and Take a big swing.
Okay, fair enough. Oh no, yeah, the swing goes very very wide as you're trying that. Anything else on your turn?
No, I have no bonus actions.
Okay, it's still early days. Back to the top of the round then, and Baldur, I believe it's your turn.
I'm still on fire, right?
You are. You can use an action to put yourself out, or you can take 5 fire damage. Yeah.
Okay, so I will use an action to put myself out.
Okay,
My
fair
fire
enough.
damage would put me at 1 HP, so let's not do that.
Okay, yeah. You buffet yourself down and put yourself out.
Isn't it
Yeah,
at the
and-
start of the turn? That's what Frida's is, or was it a different fire?
No, same fire. It's just a matter of if you were going to say that you were going to use your action. I've done it in a slightly the wrong order,
Oh, right,
but
okay.
yeah, I knew you weren't going to use your action, so
No.
I just went for it.
Fine.
But yeah, Baldur, you put yourself you put the flames out.
Yeah, I would use second wind, but I used it last session, so
Oof.
not good.
I think we're gonna rest after this, so don't worry.
Well, I hope this one doesn't explode, and I will run up and attempt to grapple it. Is that a thing I can do? Oh no, I use my action. I use my action. I use my action I didn't use my action to attack, so I cannot use like a bonus action attack, right?
I believe that's correct. Yeah, that sounds right.
Well, shit. It would have been cool.
Yes, alas. Is he sitting pretty? I suppose. Or has he got something else on his?
Yeah. Spend a key point patient defense.
Okay, fair enough.
So dodge action.
Dodge action. Okie dokie. Bringing us back to Zisa. The flame creature is still there, attacking Frida around her at the moment. But what are you doing?
I think Zisa is going to take out the dagger that she recently lent Balder, and she's gonna chuck it at this thing's head, because her only cantrip is firebolt, and she's assuming that's not gonna have much effect.
Fair enough.
So, out of the sleeve of my robes comes the dagger and chuck.
Okay, yeah, 19 for 7. Yeah, you embed the dagger into the side of this thing. You can already see it's glowing white hot as it sort of embeds in the side. But yeah, it takes the damage from that as this is going on.
And I guess she'll use her movement to run to just here.
No problem. Okay, back to this beastie. Let's see how it's going to do. It is going to swing at Router as she has literally put herself in the mix and yelling at it. Let's see how that goes. For a 22 to hit in this case. On that one for 5 bludgeoning and 1 fire damage as the
Frida will once again try and block some of it with her axe. I guess try and intercept it at least.
Mm-hmm.
Do you take that damage?
No.
Oh, okay. Oh no, I will take 1 damage.
Okay, fair enough. And then I believe that brings us to Hodor.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. The guy on fire takes acid damage.
He does take acid damage, yes. How much?
So he takes 7 acid damage.
Oh, damn. Okay. I mean, this thing, yeah, after that, looks like it's barely holding itself together as the acid is sizzling and melting away its form. It looks very rough. But Hodor, yes, it is your turn.
Dust Baby is going to move to here. Again.
Okay, and we'll do another save. And it's going to roll a 14 this time. I think that's high enough, wasn't it? It was 13 was the
I think so.
on that one. So okay, so yeah, no effect this time.
No, yeah, it was okay. Cool. Yeah, but it's there now, and Hoda's gonna run around here and just be Frida just here in the back, here in her ear. Do not waste it this time, and just smack a little smack again for Cure Wounds, because I am running out of spell slots.
I mean, I'm not wasting it.
So
8,
another 8 healing from Hodor.
And back to my wall of safety.
Okay. Bringing us to Router, around to your turn.
I will hit it with a great axe.
Okay.
Recklessly.
Incoming reckless attack, an 18 for 4. It had 3 hit points left to its name. Router, you catch this elemental creature, and how does it go down in the moments? Like it's taken out, I guess. How would she do it?
Blow it out like a candle.
Blow it out like a candle. Knock the head off the thing.
Yes, definitely.
Nice, as it goes rolling back into the lava it once came from from the fountain.
Does it explode?
In this case, this guy does not have that feature, so it does not explode in amongst you. Yeah, no. On that
put
front,
myself out of fire.
The only thing that does happen though is as you hit the on that one, it does give you 1d10 fire damage from the heated body of as your weapon connects. So in that particular case, you will take 3 fire damage as the last resort of this thing on that one, but no explosion. And as as everything calms down, silence erupts from the spaces. Yes, you have cleared them for now.
Oh, that hurt so much. Oh, so much pain.
What do you
Is
mean
my-
that hurt so much?
Is my dagger still intact?
You look down, Rowder. It's there. It's still glowing very, very... It's not white hot now, but it's like an orange hot right now in the moment.
Can I use prestidigitation to cool it down?
Yes. You
I can
take...
chill, warm, or flavor food. So instead, I'm gonna chill this thing.
No, absolutely. Yeah, you spend a few moments and you can see the bright burning orange slowly eases down back to cooler colors as this goes. But yeah, clearly the metal was overheated in the moment.
Cool.
Okay, so yeah, you guys are calm.
Frida will hold her emblem to her heart and just lay on hands herself at 10. She's still looking pretty rough. But now she
Okay.
isn't, I guess.
Fair enough. So yes, calmness comes to the space again. Things are quiet again in the moment. But yes, you are free to move around in the space. I don't know how many of you may have seen sort of creatures like that before, but it's obviously very strange thing. But a volcano has just erupted in the last few days.
Yeah, I was gonna see if I could confer with Hoder, and if him and I couldn't figure out if maybe this was something that could be expected to come from a volcano, or if maybe this was like the Lich King or one of the Ironwood witches, like what we were talking about before.
Yeah, you can make an assisted Arcana roll between you guys on that one.
I think we both have a +5, right, Jess?
Yeah.
Do you want to roll it or me?
You can, because I think Z sort of initiated the conversation.
Okay, doke. 15.
15. I mean, you know, elemental things are natural to the world, if that makes sense. Clearly, something like an eruption is something that could wake such creatures from that kind of plane, if that makes sense, in the area. That usually volcanoes are kind of the link between those sort of fiery planes, shall we say. So it's unusual, but it's kind of also by the same token makes sense with what's going on. But they're probably things that have been awoken by the eruption of the actual volcano, rather than anything more dramatic than that at the moment.
So I nod after getting done speaking with Hoder, and I turn to the group. It's possible that more of these elementals from the eruption could be around. I, unfortunately, have a spell of fire as my main means of attack, which means I will be of less help in these fights. I believe we'll have to depend on Hoder and Blythe in these future conflicts, as they can attack from a distance.
I'm not sure I'm going to be much use anymore. That kind of took a lot out of me. I did, from the battle upstairs and the battle we've just done, I don't know how much more I can give, really.
Like, it might be useful to have a little rest, right? And
I appreciate that you all need a rest, but an hour sitting here while a volcano is erupting, I don't particularly think that's a great idea.
I do agree. It's more just don't get your hopes up that I can be as useful. As
I
was.
also don't think that running wounded into an area with wandering fire spirits around is necessarily a good idea.
These are the choices in life. That's certainly true.
You see Zisa sigh, and she kind of centers herself for a minute, and the tattoos that are visible on the back of her hand and on her face begin to swirl and rearrange themselves. And I'm going to use the feature that I have, which is called my Arcane Intention. So I am going to use my bonus action to change one of my prepared spells in for one of my not prepared spells. So I am going to get rid of Charm Person, and I'm going to plot in Witch Bolt.
Okay, yes. So this is part of the things for your actual class from within Raid of the Serpent Sea. So this is something new on that front. So interesting to see.
Yes.
And on that one, and yeah, so you're swapping them in, no problem on that front. As a group, then, are you going to press on, or are you going to try and pull back and take a rest? What's the overall thought?
Hodor does agree that we don't have the luxury of waiting around. It is a volcano. There isn't really much we can do for sitting around. It is annoying to him that there isn't anything he can really do about his situation not being helpful with his spell slot loss, but it makes full sense that we can't just sit around with a in an active volcano setting, essentially.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, Frida of the mind that we don't have the time to have a rest, even though she would very much like one. I don't think.
Okay,
possible.
Fair enough. So I think you guys are going to be pressing on towards the north for a little bit, and we'll come to some more rooms up ahead. But I think it's probably about that time to go and get a quick drink and freshen up for a few moments, and then I think we'll return for more in a moment. So we'll go to break, and then we. Right, so we are back. Everyone has decided to not rest right now and apparently try and press on through these caverns of semi-hardened lava. You've obviously taken on these magma creatures and taken them out. Some of you are more worse for wear than others, but you're all alive and kicking. Frida and Baldur, you're sort of a little bit ahead of the rest of the group. How do you press on?
I think we just move on. We're in a bit of a time constraint.
That pathway leads more to the west. Do we want to backtrack and head more towards the north?
Again, both options that you can have. Frida, you do tuck around the corner there. You can see there are two sort of cave ways that go out. One looks like it sort of enters into some sort of a building sort of area of some description, and the other one looks like another sort of lava-ish tunnel off to one side, heading a bit more southwest, if that makes sense. So the directly west and a southwest is what you're seeing up ahead.
Zisa, I think you are right. This only seems to go west and south. I think we should track back and try the other one that goes north.
She will instantly start going in that direction.
No problem. Yeah, you start to pull back and making your way off as this is all sort of going on.
She stops everyone right away.
Mm-hmm.
Because she saw someone right there.
Yeah, for a moment you saw a figure sort of moving in the darkness, but you definitely saw someone sort of moving off Zisa. Someone is within that. It doesn't look like this directly connects with whatever's going on in that room. You can't quite get through there. There's just a crack through, if that makes sense. You're seeing into the room, but you do catch movement, and you saw. The description of a raider would be the best way of putting it. A female raider was moving away from you in those moments.
Did it seem like they were moving in response to us, or were they just moving?
Make an insight check.
All right. This might surprise you. She's not very insightful.
Never would have guessed.
Oh, there she is.
Pretty okay.
Yeah, not bad at all. You get the feeling that no, you weren't. It wasn't in response. You don't think you got spotted in the moment, if that makes sense. But they definitely were moving. They were just generally moving as you came into view.
There's at least one raider ahead in that room. We have not been spotted yet, but we could possibly attack with the element of surprise if we wanted to.
We would have to go through this door, right? We can't
you can't quite get through there, but apologies, there is one more door here that is not set as a door.
Okay. So
but let me 1 second. It would actually be would definitely be sort of something going on. But yeah, you see there is a door there, if that makes sense. You can see the shape of one.
Baldur, I know it was hard for you up there, but I don't want to be mean, but I would really appreciate it if you would either fight or not drag us down in this. I know it's your clan, but I'm not dying because of cowardness. They are under some sort of spell, whatever. They are still trying to kill us at the end of the day. Hodor seems to be fine with it. I think you should...
Well, what Hodor thinks is Hodor's business. We have led very different lives. I cannot promise I will fight, but I will do my best to not be a burden
If you, all I'm trying to say is, at least fight and knock them down. If you do not want to kill them, that is an option. You do not need to stand in the way of all of the arrows like up there. I understand it's your clan, and it's hard, but
Unfortunately, one does not always have the choice, even if one tries not to kill.
it is up to you at the end of the day. I cannot persuade you.
So yes, there appear to be 3 doors. Obviously one to the north, one to the sort of mainly east, and then obviously one to the south.
Are we in sort of agreement that we're going to go into the room that the person was in, or do we want to go around?
If around is an option, we could, but they are directly to the north, and that is the way we're supposed to go.
Efficiency. I like it. And she'll try to open the door.
Okay.
It's locked.
It's not actually locked in this case. You just feel that it just doesn't budge. You don't think there's actually a lock on it per se. It just doesn't seem to give.
Could I try ramming?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you can make a strength check.
With help from Rauda, I'm hoping.
Sure.
Yeah, you can have
Zeus
the
is
assist.
gonna ready a firebolt in case there's anything on the other side of the door.
23.
20, yeah, but with the 23. How are you going about this, Frida? Are you taking a run-up barge, or are we talking like trying to push against it? What's Frida trying to do here?
Like a SWAT team kick.
If Frida was doing it on her own, it would be a running barge, but I think because Rauda is helping,
Mm-hmm.
I imagine we're both at the door trying to push it.
Yeah, you're both pushing against it. Okay, on that one. You are 100% sure that it can't be done. You felt like you've got a lot of strength between the two of you, and it doesn't give as you guys are pushing against it. There must be a lot of weight piled behind it. You hear subtly little bits of things slipping of some sort of like earth and bits that must be on the other side, but it doesn't actually give out. So you're pretty sure might not be doable. You weren't overly loud about it, but you don't feel you're pretty sure, you're comfortable that it's probably not doable. You two together is pretty strong.
Well, I think around it is then. I think there's something blocking it. It could be rocks that have fallen. Could be a barricade for all I know, but me and Rauda cannot move it. We'll try to open this door.
No, fair enough. You hear a click click this time. You do think this is a locked door.
Does anyone have any way of opening this door before I smash this one down too?
All we can do is smashing. I am afraid.
I don't know if I think there might be some thieves' tools on Blythe on that one. So give me 2 seconds. Let's just have a quick look if he has got something like that.
Does not have any tool proficiency.
Okay.
I'll check his D&D Beyond sheet. Maybe it hasn't transferred over.
Yeah, on that one. I'm just gonna give it the old. He gives it the old college try with trying to pick the lock and just see how he does. I'm just gonna have him roll a d20.
No, he has a herbalism kit.
Okay.
Useless.
He is, yeah, but he did get a 20 from me on doing that roll. It may not be his speciality, but I'm going to give it to him that somehow, some way, quietly, he manages to get that lock to go in this case.
Can we say it was the dog? Can we say it was the wolf?
Yeah. Assistance from the dog. But yeah, the door will open on the other side. The interior walls between the rooms have been recently chopped open. There is a passage leading north that you can definitely see what's going on. the eastern walls have buckled somewhat, smashing dozens of wood and marble sculptures that once adorned wooden shelves along the walls here. On the opposite wall, there is less damage and a few statues still stand. Yeah, some sort of a statue room of some description. It was described as the Hall of Statues from the lady above.
I think Zeus is doing the same thing as me. I think I'm gonna hug the wall and try and look in the room.
Yeah, same. Because I this is around where I like saw the lady walk by.
Absolutely. You can definitely do a bit of that. Yeah, you can make a perception check as this is all going on.
Would you like to do it, Zeus?
I will help you do it since I have nothing in wisdom.
Okay. I also have nothing, but at least I have +2.
That counts as not nothing. That counts as +2.
So that was an assisted roll,
Yeah.
if that makes sense?
Yes.
Yeah, fair enough. I'm going to say with 17, there is a flicker of light below a crack of a door that's rough at the far end of the room. But no one seems to be in the space beyond right now.
We seem to be safe for now. There's something happening to the north. Which
Again,
is where we need to
that's
head.
where we need to head. Yes.
Fair enough. Is anyone paying any attention to the room you're in, or are you just moving straight on?
I think whilst they were perceiving out there, I would have perceived in here just to.
You can make a perception check for me as all that's going on.
16?
16 on that one. There are some reasonable paintings on the wall that they would be quite valuable, but obviously very bulky items as far as you can tell. So, yeah, not the greatest find, but if you were in haulage mode, it would be there would be value in them, if that makes sense.
Is there the subject matter of the painting? Are they peculiar subject matters?
No, they don't look like they're peculiar on that one, but they do seem to be like ceremonial based. So they are of events happening within the town and the city, if that makes sense. One looks like a sort of a figure sort of at the front of a crowd on some sort of event day or something like that, and another one some sort of gladiatorial event that had gone on past. So they seem to be more sort of more along those times. Good quality, but just bulky items. Meanwhile, then, yes, everyone else, you start making your way into the next room as this is going on. There is, a large sort of great hall majorly in disarray as all this is going on. It's banquet tables and bits and bobs around as this is all going on. Not too dramatic, but is there anything you would be up to?
I don't think Frida is in the mood to investigate, so she would more be going towards the door and trying to see if she can hear anything coming from inside the door.
Certainly, you can make a perception check. Oof. No, not that you can hear.
There seems to be no one in that door.
But we did see the torchlight or firelight or something underneath, right?
You did earlier. You definitely saw a flicker of torchlight a little while ago.
That could be more lava.
It could, but also that woman is not here. I saw a raider in this room, and this is the only way she could have gone.
Unfortunately, I think it's the only way we can go as well, so...
barring you have seen other routes in other areas, if that makes sense. But yeah, nothing going directly north. That's definitely true.
Balder, Hodor, do you wish to try to speak to whoever's in this room as they are of the Luton, or should we be on the offensive?
I think we should talk to them, even if they won't return. I would suggest we communicate these people aren't in their right minds, and we should check before we do anything rash.
Then you two can open the door.
Well, okay. If I die here, well, let's hope that doesn't happen.
Fair enough. Yeah, you open the door and there is a small corridor, again going through the earth as this is all going on.
Okay, behind me.
No, I ran into a wall. I apologize.
We're behind you. Don't worry.
That's cool.
Fair enough. Yeah, Baldur, you open the next door as this is going on. A woman carrying a round shield with a bright orange wolverine emblazoned upon it in her right hand and a torch in her other hand. She was strolling casually past the table there on that side when she notices you guys opening the door in that moment. Her eyes widen in surprise, but her lips swiftly set into a grim line of determination as she appears to be preparing to attack. So it's all going to be rolling some initiative.
That's
The
the
Wolverine.
Warren.
Yeah, that's not a Luton, right?
It appears to be something else, yes.
Whoa. We're not here to fight.
Well, we'll see. We're going to have we'll get some initiative and see what order things, which way things kick out as this is all
There
going
was
on.
enough of a quiet point, and I was like, "Oh, are we supposed to interact?" So I was like,
no,
let's go
you
for it.
might get the chance, but let's see how they're doing is. Oh, okay.
After she bludgeons our head in with her shield. Great.
Drew, yeah, you need to roll, and I will bring in Jamie's character. Roll it for you. Okie dokie. So in this particular case, as the combat is going to begin, Frida, you're going to get to react first as the door is opened, and this raider is on the other side.
So Frida is she's a guardian of the Volve, so I'm assuming she knows pretty much all the emblems and knows who they're for, so she would kind of know who these are.
Yes, no problem on that one. On that front, I think this is that's an Orn clan symbol, rather than the other one.
Yeah, she would come in and go, "We are not with." Oh, well, I guess we kind of are. We are with the Volve. We come with no harm. We've come to help any Orn that are in danger. We do not seek to hurt you.
Make a persuasion check in the moment.
Not very persuasive.
Mm-hmm.
JK, I am.
Oh, okay. With a 16 in the moment. As she's sort of raising to go, and she suddenly drops it a little bit and goes, "I thought you were more of the rest of them. Where have you come from?"
As I said, we are with the Volve. We've come. We saw that your island was being engulfed in lava, and we thought we'd come save you, and we ran into that Lutan clan that seems to be pillaging your people, and we've come to at least try and save as many people as we can.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. They arrived, or some of them arrived earlier. A strange man with them, but then all hell broke loose and the volcano erupted, and yeah, we've just been trying to save what people we can from these tunnels and try and bring them all back to the keep. At least there we have a chance of, chance of getting out. We thought maybe we'd be able to get things figured out, but we've lost so many so far. We just don't understand what's going on.
Did you say they arrived before the volcano erupted?
Some of them did, yeah. We don't understand why the strange wizard man was manically chanting when we saw him, but it's very strange. And then all hell broke loose.
What was this man's name?
I'm sorry, I only heard the rumor of him. I have not seen him. I do not know. And do Baldur and Hodor have any symbols of their clan on them, do you think? Or are they pretty hidden? Is the question.
Oh, probably.
Hodor, not so much. Doesn't suit his aesthetic.
Well, you did both try to talk before to your clansmen. Would you have tried to orient your loops and symbols so that they were seen?
Yeah, probably.
No, fair enough. I mean, she sort of takes a step back from you, obviously, but obviously having Frida actually said you guys are from the Volve has sort of steadied her. But she's definitely looking at you, Baldur, and sort of her weapon is sort of like pulled forward and trying to keep you at bay a little bit on that front. But it's like I don't understand what your clan are doing here, but there's something going on. Your people.
Trust me, we don't know either, and we are trying to find out.
Yeah, she nods and sort of is taking it in as that's going on.
Is there anyone like within the clan that we might know that might fit the description of like this wizard character that we
make a general history check.
Can I aid on that?
Yes, you can.
Because Winship.
Is your history better? In that case, can I aid you?
What's your history?
-1.
Oh, +3. So yeah, you can help me.
I also think it's more likely that you know like people in the clan than I do, since I've been away for quite a while.
Okay. Hodor, obviously there are some history of some wizards within your clan. It's very rare, but there are some. You do remember hearing stories of one wizard that came to prominence at one point that disappeared many years ago. Could this be that person? And it's hard to say, but yeah, you are aware of a name of Trandil. That was a name, but that person got ostracized a long time ago.
Hoda will kind of look at Baldum, just like, do you remember ever being told about a guy called Trandil?
Yeah, some sort of banishment, and you remember it partially because you know your parents were involved in the banishment at the time. I think that's where that comes from. But yeah, wizards are ridiculously rare in this world, if that makes sense. There is, it's not something that you know much of.
If anybody's looking at Zisa during this conversation with wizards, she actually isn't paying attention, and it looks like she's concentrating on something else.
Yeah, Hoda will probably tell the group about it. He'll say, there was a Trandil, he kind of got ostracized from the clan. Our parents were kind of involved with the whole banishment aspect of it all, but I don't really remember much details about it. I think we were pretty young.
Yeah, there was definitely a hubbub at the time, but yeah, there was definitely talk of banishing someone for, well, basically for being a wizard is probably enough in the Lutan clan at that point.
Listen, we are as confused as you, but we are seeking. We are seeking to the north of this place, something to the north of this place, and we would, seeing as you're part of this clan, you might be able to guide us to where we're trying to get to. I promise we'll protect you, and after this, we have plenty of room on our ships for you to come under the protection of the Volve, which we don't have.
But she doesn't know that. As she's sort of like, I've been through some of the tunnels here and places, most of the stuff to the south. I've not been much of this side of things to the north on this route, but there are many ways through. It's a sprawling mess. And to be honest, I've been a little lost for a little while. I got cut off from some of my colleagues as we were searching some of the tunnels. One of the routes that came through collapsed behind me, off to the southeast. And then I've been looking for a way through myself. But yes, and any help I can be, I will try. Is your way in still open?
Well, we hope. It was open when we got down. We haven't checked again, but
okay. So there is now a route to the surface this way. That's good, and that's news we could take back. If we could map a route through, some of the survivors would be savable.
Yes, as much as we do want to save as much as you, but we are on our own mission first, and we will come back for your allies if we have time, but we are against the clock, as you know.
Then do you wish me to come with you, or shall I make my way round and see if I can find my own way back through or to the surface?
Seeing as you're alone, I think you should come with us. I don't think you'll be able to survive. We just fought some lava creatures that were very tough. I don't think
her eyes go a little bit wide. Yeah, you can see she's not dressed like a full warrior, if that makes sense. She's more of a lighter guard, shall we say, than anything. But yeah, she's in the state she's in as this is going on.
But if you could help us get to the north, that would be brilliant. As I say, you can come with us off this island while unfortunately it's being destroyed.
Anything to get off now, and if the more we can take with us, the better. And she nods and sort of grims herself a bit and prepares herself for whatever's going to be lying ahead.
Okay. So I'm assuming this is a dead end.
Yeah, it looks like a dead end of some sort of a barracks bedroom or something along those lines as you're sort of initially looking round. As you move this way, Frida, you do see there is a sort of a partially broken wall towards the sort of south here, if that makes sense. But there is no door there, if that makes sense.
Do you know any way of getting further north?
This is as far north as I've come on that front. Make a perception check for me, Frida, on that one for a moment. Just generally of that room you were dealing with. Yeah. It's a badly damaged room with a crack in the wall. As far as you can tell. Is there anything you guys are going to be up to?
Do any of you have any ideas? I'm out.
Zisa suddenly exhales and goes and pushes her hands out away from her, and I have spent 10 minutes ritual casting detect magic, which is what she was doing the entire time.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So So now within 30 feet of me for 10 minutes, I can sense magic, which one of the reasons why I wanted to do that was, is this lady influenced by anything, or is she on the up and up?
Fair enough. Barring whatever magical things that are on your party, everything else seems legit at the moment. There doesn't seem to be any other things going on right now.
Okay.
In the space. The one thing the one thing you would notice about the rooms you're in, they are made for smaller folk, if that makes sense. They're not laid out for normal size folk, and definitely not for Zisa.
Zisa's very tall.
Yeah.
Actually, I think Router's very tall too, and I'm pretty sure Frida's very tall.
Frida is, I've written it down somewhere, 6'2".
Okay, Zisa's 6'4" because Seb made her 6'4". So
does this wall look like it's pushable? Like, could I open it further?
It's made of wood and a little bit of rock. There's a little bit of rock there. But maybe with a bit of effort.
Sure.
He's just spending a bit of time hacking away at it. Does that make sense?
With somebody's help, I'm assuming I can do it.
I can move some earth with a bit of magic.
Okay, so you sort of do the assist of moving the earth, and by the same token, Frida, you help sort of hack down the wood as this all goes, and you're able to make your way through into this next sort of halfling home room, if that makes sense.
There's a door. I will open the door.
No problem.
I'm gonna check the bed.
The space sort of opens out into some more broken and rubblesome rooms, a little bit problematic spaces, but it's certainly a lot of debris around as you're going. But not a problem to actually do as that's all going on.
Oh, whoops, sorry. Cast detect magic again.
No, yeah, fair enough.
You are detecting so much magic.
Detecting so much magic. Zisa will say, what is your name to the woman? Because I don't think we ever got her name.
And she says, Risa.
Risa. I am Zisa. Do you know Halfred?
No, sorry, apologies, no. Is that...
She's a blonde woman of elven lineage. She works with ships and carvings.
There was quite a contingent of. There's an elven district down here. There are many elves that make their home here. You have found another survivor. Okay.
Yes, she's the one who gave us a rough layout of the land as it was. That's what we are going off of. That's how we know to go north.
Yeah, she's right. The main keep would be further off to the north through the caverns. I came from there originally, but my route has unfortunately collapsed behind me. I came in from a more southeasterly direction than here.
Well, to the south and slightly to the east, there is a way with a rope that leads up. That's how we descended, in case you become separated from us and need a way to escape.
Excellent. Thank you, Arya. I'll bear that in mind, especially if we do meet up with the rest or I find my way through. Thank you.
And once you do make it to the surface, if you do get separated from us, seek out Herolf. He's a one-eyed raider of some standard. He will help.
Okay, thank you. Frida, you carry on moving forward. There seems to be a couple of doors. Apologies, the map's a bit odd at this point, but there are, if you need me to move you through, but there seems to be two doors that are going on, hopefully.
My browser just
gave out.
Collapsed on itself.
No worries.
She's not really... She doesn't care about death. She's not going to listen to the doors. She's just going to open.
Great.
No problem. Another sort of room presents itself beyond you. There appears to be a broken sort of space beyond. that seems to be moving things further on from where you currently are. Or there are other doors and corridors here, if that makes sense.
I think this way is probably our best bet. I think the door below would probably just lead us back.
I mean, I'll check anyway. I'll open the door.
Okay, yeah, beyond there seems to be more broken rooms, other further off spaces. It leads off in further through more and more broken rooms as this is going on, Baldor, as you start to make your way a bit further off as that's going on. Yeah, more and more broken rooms further off as you go.
Okay. I'll go back because I don't want to get separated. Maybe check this door real quick.
Fair enough. Yeah. On that front, yeah, that one will open as well. There's no problem. Another broken halfling type room.
Okay. Nothing that catches my eye here.
Make
right?
a perception check. Let's see how you do.
Oh, here we go. Balder's gonna find something and keep it to himself. Find something amazing. 1 diamond.
and no blight here this time to keep it to spot me.
To
No.
be fair, if Jamie were here, he'd probably have Blythe doing a lot of the scouting, but
Yeah.
No problem. There appears to be some sort of maybe jewelers type tools in the room, along with 2 shiny half-cut blue stones that seems to be amongst them.
Those are going straight into my pocket.
Okay, fair enough. As
you
they-
spoke it into being, Joe. It's your fault.
Oh, the prophecy has been realized.
the prophecy has been
She's just
realized.
gonna carry on. She doesn't know that's happening.
Fair enough.
She feels a shiver in her. She's like, "Ooh, what was that?"
You come around the corner and there appears to be straw, the strong smell of animals. Seems like what was a barn of some description that you seem to make your way into as this is going on. Bear with me, I'm just going to bring everybody else so they're not as far behind you. 1 second. As this is all going on, and Baldur returns with a smirk on his face, I'm sure. As this is all going on, but the strong smell of farm animals is definitely going on. But yeah, it's all open as this is all a thing at the moment.
It's pretty great when you're literally the whole thing of your characters. She's not afraid of death, so who cares about doing perception checks and who cares about?
You and Drew.
Yeah, it's a good combo, Andrew.
Yeah, but Drew's got the fail say.
Fair enough. What you can see across this slightly larger courtyard is there appears to be a bunch of doors to different barns, etc. As this is going on, you're in a sort of a courtyard area. There seems to be different barns, mostly dark. However, there is a lot of firelight coming under the doors of this particular barn as you guys are sort of making your way.
It is the way we need to go, so that is always good.
Fair enough. You see there is a pathway leading off to the sort of northwest above, and obviously the barn itself.
Yeah.
Zisa turns to Risa, which is never going to get hard to say at all, and says, "Are more of your survivors in that barn?"
I have not been this far north in this area. There could be. I've not run into any for a little while, and we've sent most of them back to the keep via the other way. Possibly is the answer.
Perhaps we should observe the door to see if there's any recognizable voices that you know, or any obvious Luton raiders there.
Yeah, she nods. So we're sending her ahead to try and have a listen in?
Oh, Zisa said that to the group.
Ah,
I mean,
to
if
the
she
group,
wants
okay.
to do it, that's fine.
No,
So-
if it was to the group, that's different.
So the barn's further up here.
Yeah, the barn is directly
So-
up here.
So what's this door?
Another barn. There seems to be 2 barns, but one's got light under the door, one has none.
I'm opening this door.
Okay, the strong smell of dead horse hits your nostrils in the moment, and you see the body of a rather large horse.
How long
in
has
this
this horse
store.
been dead?
Make a medicine check.
That it stinks that hard.
It stinks.
Hodor comes in like, horse bones!
Not quite like that. Yeah, I mean it's got flesh on the bones. It can't have been that long. But yeah, you don't know much more than that. But it's definitely starting to not be the greatest smelling.
Anything else that of note? Like
Make a. Are you going to investigate the space? Is that what you're going for? I think, or are you just looking around generally?
yeah, sure.
Okay, yeah, make an investigation check of the space.
Just generally, I'm not like specifically looking for anything. So just
No
anything
problem.
that catches my eye. So perception, I'm assuming, or investigation.
You can go for either, but yeah, you've rolled it now, so yeah, I would say nothing stands out in the moments as this is going on. A lot of hay and a couple of barrels around with not much in them. A little bit of stagnant water or standing water.
Yeah. Okay.
Can I
Frida,
see
yeah.
in this barn, or is this just for?
Yeah, it's just for show, but yeah, there is flickering light. There is significant enough of a gap below it that there is light coming through, if that makes sense, so you can tell.
I will now because there's light. I'll open the door with my shield up.
Fair enough on that front. As you do, there is a vast number of animals on the other side, and they start to rush you as this is going on.
Oh.
As goats start running out of the actual stable where they were stuck and are moving away, running between you all and sort of go randomly moving around the space as this is going on. Instantly, Frida, you do see that there is light coming from a tunnel at the back of this space, if that makes sense. There is a large tunnel space leading off from here, as far as you can tell.
Going north.
Going north, yeah.
James, after seeing Hodor and Balder step out of this area, Zeus just stepping in with her detect magic to see if anything pings.
Okay. Yep. No. Fair enough. At the moment, no. Nothing pings at this particular moment in there. It's all quiet so far.
Okay. So then she just steps back out to see these random goats running by.
Yeah. come dashing past.
Oda is pressed against the wall, clearly very uncomfortable by these random animals that are just here.
just appearing. Yeah, some of them start to disappear off down the tunnels, off to on one of the other sides. It becomes a random mishmash of these things going on as this is all happening in the moment.
There appears to be a tunnel leading north through this barn. That is where the light is coming from. I think that is where we are going, so we may as well follow it.
Risa, please let us know if we come in contact with anyone you know, or anyone you don't know.
Yes, she nods as you guys start to move forward. So at this point, we're moving off the map for a moment as you guys start to go into stranger-looking tunnels. There is a green and yellow moss that seems to be growing sparingly in the upper fissures of this space and seems to be more prolific as you start to descend down several dozen feet into a lower tunnel that seems to be made of every available rock surface, if that makes sense. There's no sign of building as you're going, and the air in the space is warming significantly as you're starting to move forward. Frida, you're up front. You start to hear the pitiful sound of like a cat meowing, not too far ahead.
Do you have a sound effect on hand?
No, you just get me.
Where's Saren?
Yeah, where's Saren when you need her? Yeah.
Okay. I'll carry on, but shield up with axe ready. I'm assuming. I don't know what the formation would be like. I'm assuming Rowder would be behind me.
Yeah, I think you guys would probably be up front as this is all sort of going on. On that front, but you do hear the sounds of what sounds like must be some sort of a cat up ahead.
Which way?
Sorry, more to the going directly east at the moment.
The what do you call it? Phosphorescent moss that we passed on the way in. Is there any sort of alchemic usage for it or anything like that? Or
possibly, yeah. Would you try and grab some? It's luminescing.
Yeah, sure.
No problem. We'll put a handful of that in your pouch. I'll get you the correct information for it a little later on. But yes, that's absolutely something to work out. But I'm sure there is
I think
a couple of things.
Probably would have done that as well.
I'm gonna agree between you guys. There's gonna be a little bit of scavenging on that one. But Frida, you're the first to sort of spot a little ways up ahead the creature that is making the sound, and it is this beastie, a strange cat-like creature up ahead, and seems to be.
That does not look like a normal creature at all. So
I still want to pet it.
Divine sense.
Fair enough. Yeah. You definitely you divine sense, and you don't get anything from it at all, Frida, which is in some ways even more disturbing because you don't get anything either way.
Oh.
Like it doesn't even register.
Okay.
Life normally does.
I can get within 30 feet of it to see if it pings on my magical senses, right?
Absolutely. As this is going on, it absolutely does ping as some sort of a magical creature on that front, or a magical construct, I would say. As you get closer, Zisa, you can see that it is made from sticks, twine, thread. Very odd mishmash of items. It is not a real cat in that sense. It is a constructed thing. Not a wicker person, but something else.
That's what's going to be my next question.
Yeah, the wicker ones would always be made of wood, but in this case, this is made of other things. But it's sort of like it's looking at you all. It's not purring. It's sort of making sort of acknowledging you sort of things as it's going.
Frida will like call the cat, like squat down and go.
Make an animal handling check.
Oh God, that's I already can tell you I'm gonna fail this.
Blythe, where's Blythe?
Yep.
Okay. It makes its way up to you and starts to sniff at you for a moment. Do you put your hand out to it, or?
I don't like this. Yeah?
Do it.
Okay. It starts to lick your hand.
Aww.
And then
my hand starts doing.
No.
Taste of flesh.
I will pet it.
And it's the strangest sensation. It's just, it's made of yarn and wool. It's a very odd texture underhand, but it feels like life, but it's not normal. It's sort of like,
She'll turn to everyone and go, okay, I'm a bit out of my depth here. Can somebody explain what's happening?
Ziza walk up and squat down and study it intently.
I want to sort of surround the squat around the cat, please.
it's sort of it matches your gaze, Issa, in the moment. Sort of looking at you.
Yeah, so I'm gonna roll an Arcana check. And can I have advantage because I have detect magic up or no?
Yeah. But what are you after with it?
Yes. What spell or magic went into the creation of this thing?
Mm. 18. You're not sure of exactly what type of magic this is, but it has the telltale signs of something a wizard has constructed. There are little telltales only you as a wizard would pick up, that this is something that a wizard has magically constructed. So whoever they are and wherever they are, the fact that they built this means that they are interesting to you, but also must be quite powerful.
Zisa will stand up and say, "This is a wizard's work. Advanced." And she'll kind of poof her raven onto her shoulder because it was dismissed for a little while. Say, "It could function as a familiar, but of a higher level. We could be being observed by its creator as we speak. Or it could be a facsimile of life. It could be an actual companion that was created. But this is most definitely a high-level wizard's work. More capable than I."
And it's sort of it's looking at you fairly closely, Zisa. Do you go any too near it, or are you just observing it from a?
She's squatting and studying it. She did stand up to talk to people and kind of do that, but then she's kind of back down because this is very interesting to her.
It goes to sort of nuzzle you a little bit, and it's trying to get to lick you in the moment.
I hold out my hand. This might surprise you, but Zisa's not very into animals.
Mm-hmm.
So she's kind of almost copying what she saw Frida did. Holding out her hand, letting it kind of do its thing.
Sort of sniffs you and starts to lick your hand for a few moments. The strange yarn tongue just making contact with the skin. It's an odd sensation.
I do not know to what end this construct is here, but we should be on our guard, more maybe than we were before.
Does the wizard have to be close to this creature, or can it just roam freely on its own volition?
I do not know. If it functions as my familiar, then there's a certain distance that it needs to be. But if it is a construct, if it is its own facsimile of life, it could basically act as a cat would. James, real fast, we don't know what wolves are. Do we know what cats are?
Oh yeah, cats are more common.
Okay.
Cats are a common
cool.
thing. Yeah,
Just making sure. Didn't want to
that's
speak
very
out of
that's
turn.
very very valid. Yeah, wolves are unusual. Cats, yeah, they're in every in every place you would visit in the normal. Obviously, not one made of yarn and wool and looking like this, but yes.
Blythe was to cast Speak with Animals, would it work? or was it a construct so it wouldn't work?
Well, I'm going to say he tried and it didn't work, or something along those lines. Is probably the best way of putting it. It is not a living thing.
Hoda's gonna squat next to the cat and
He sort of looks at you again, starts to sniff.
yeah, he's not gonna put any hands up. But he will kind of look at the cat and just he wants to see if there's any kind of understanding in his eyes, and he'll say, "Is your master nearby?" Like to the cat.
And it starts to move off this way.
We follow, I guess.
Zisa absolutely will follow, just because this is an arcane curiosity.
Fair enough.
Oh God!
Oh no!
So yeah, I'll bring the I'll bring the rest of you around. Yeah, you would have made it to this point. So yeah, as you guys will come round the corner. As you come around the corner, you step into a large rocky cavern. There is an uncomfortably warm heat coming from the space. There are obviously a bunch of little tunnels off to one side, etc. But in the middle, there is lava that seems to be bobbling and burning just behind where this guy is at the moment. A bald man, is kneeling before the lava. His flesh appears to be bubbling from the heat, making it seem as if his many tattoos dance across his skin. He clutches a long ironwood staff in his burning hand. Scorch marks all around him mar the rocky surface, and there are several dead of your clan and Baldur and Hodor, Lutan clan members literally surrounding him, all burnt and charred, as he's sort of mumbling to himself as you guys come around the corner. And I think we need to at least see the art in the moment. 1 second, let's see if I can bring it up. 1 sec.
Oh, we have no spells.
Oh no!
Oh,
We're gonna die.
Can I show the art? 1 second. Sorry. That's it. Show token. There we go. So show it to the players. Here we go. So yeah, this is how this guy will look as this is all going on. But yeah, his glowing, burning eyes, where he would have once had sight, seem to be very gone, and he seems to be mumbling, "So much going on. What's going on?" And he's sort of like. You caught him in the act of sort of picking through these bodies as you guys walk round the corner as this is all going on, and he's sort of slowly and mumbling as he's moving between the bodies, as he sort of looks up at you all and is trying to looks like he's trying to focus on you all as this is all going on, and he's like, "Who goes there? Who goes there? Who goes there?"
We are members of the Volve. We do not mean any harm to you.
I have seen the Volve. They mess with my dreams. They mess with everybody's dreams.
Oh, no.
Oh, that Volve.
No.
Do they mess with your dreams? My dreams are always so strange. So strange.
I mean, my dreams are pretty much all about death, but that's my own thing.
The dreams, they destroy my destiny. I don't understand. Why am I here? The volcano is why I'm here. And yeah, he's not very coherent as this is all going on, but yeah, he's sort of madly talking, slightly rambling as this is all going on. What's going on with everyone in here in the moment?
How much of this guy's skin is visible, and can I count how many tattoos he has?
Give me a perception check, Caesar. See how you do. Oof, yeah.
I am amazed by this being, basically.
Yeah, I mean, he has tattoos on his head that are very, very obvious as this is all going on, but no, you're not picking up other things. Although he is with this staff and in sort of flowy robes as this is all going on. And
I'm assuming not, but does he have any symbolism of a clan?
Not that you can see. No, not in the moments as this is going on the front. I came here for my destiny. It was my destiny to come here. Always. Always.
Can I roll to see if I recognize... I don't know if maybe I would have, as a child, seen the wizard that got banished.
No, I'm not.
Okay.
I can't. You, like I said, it was a real high roll for knowing that little bit of knowledge, maybe from your parents. But no, actually, having seen him on that front.
It was also our destiny to come here.
You were to awaken it as well.
Oh.
To awaken the volcano. Yes, like me. Were you? Were you? Did they send you? Did they send you?
Who sent you? I'm just checking that we've got the same contacts.
I dream of them sometimes. The ones in wooden armor. His face, burning eyes. And the flowing robes of them. It's my destiny, you see. I had to come here. I had to make it happen. I had to make the wake in the volcano. Don't you see? And then it escaped from me. All that other things. The creatures below. It's my destiny. I've awoken something down here. From the lava. Smaller things, yes. But something bigger has gotten past as well. Maybe that's what I was here for. Tell me, was that what I was here for? I know I was to awaken the volcano, but was it for that too?
Zisa steps forward and in a very placating, very soft voice is going to say, "Your work is done. You've done so well. Now all you need to do is rest."
I've done so much.
You have.
I've done everything they've asked for.
You sure have.
Maybe it is my time to rest.
Maybe it's time to lay yourself down, lay down your staff, lay down yourself.
Make a persuasion check.
Can I make a deception check because I'm lying?
Oh yeah,
sir.
You are lying through your teeth. You can make a make a deception. Yeah.
I'm trained in deception. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Ooh.
19.
Okay, fair enough. As this is all going on, as you're going for that, you're feeling like you're getting through to him, and he's like, "Yes, maybe it is time to relax," and then he seems to stop in the moment, Zisa, as he's catching sight of you properly in the moments, and it dawns on you in the second that you almost were getting through to him. The DC was 20.
Damn it!
But he looks at you and he said, "No, trickster, you're trying to steal from me." And then he starts to get bigger as in the moments he starts to be casting, and you see as he sort of becomes like the shadows behind him, the flame and the heat start to rise as a shadow pulling back from him. There seems to be a large fiery thing like coming out of his shadow. No! As we will reconvene at this point next time, as we will deal with we will deal with that
Oh no, he popped up.
as this is all going to go down. But
I made a decision, gang. I did a thing.
yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Anyone else done it? It would have been a 15. There's reasons why you're a DC credit.
Damn it.
On that one. But yeah, well done. Woof. Okay, so yeah, that's gonna be a big start for next session. But well done, everyone. Well done. I'll yeah.
Not well done enough, because look what I did.
Oh well, you befriended a cat, so it can't be all bad.
I have an important question.
Go ahead.
Can we keep the cat?
Yes.
Well, only time will tell. You got to deal with possibly its master first.
Well,
But all right, then I will end it there. I think for now.
let's blame Jamie. He's not here. Let's just blame.